So again, just whether you know anything about posturing for yoga, just notice the details, okay? And we avoid like, oh, his posture's good, his posture's bad. Get into the details, like, oh, it looks like his shoulders are tightening, or it looks like he's really rounding or over or hyperextending his back, okay? Let's take the hands a little bit wider. Good. Feet together, walking forward. Okay. Keep your eyes on your thumbs and your elbows straight. Lift your left leg. Good. Keep this straight, strong. Push down into me and lift the other leg as high as it goes. Yep, really straighten it too. Straightening that right leg. That's it. Good. Keep reaching that right leg as if you would go all the way over. I promise that you won't. Breathing. This is great. We're going to take this leg up too. Keep that core strong. No panic. Promise you will not fall. And if you need to, that right leg will come down again.
Arms are going.
Nice. Yeah, do this now. Cool. You guys notice anything? Any different or similarities, father to son? Interesting, right? They pretty much had the same angle, okay? Where the leg was up, but their kind of spine was at an angle to the floor. It's just time. Right?
Measuring off the wall.
Sure. Why not? So Michael has practiced this for a while, so he likes to do a little hop, okay? And it's, I would say, if that's like a level 1 way to get into handstand, this would be level 2, okay? So he comes forward and he kicks up and, okay? So, yep, spread those fingers, okay? And see if you can slow the whole thing down a little bit. Even as you go up, your jump can slow down. It's like watching Michael Jordan in slow motion. See if you can just like glide. That's it. Good. Now squeeze those legs strong. Don't even try to take the feet off just yet. Keep working the spinal rib cage pelvis alignment that we were just talking about. So I'm going to have you break my hand. You're going to squeeze and break my hand, and then take your butt back towards the wall. Breathe. You guys see that back hand step going on? So until he learns to start to correct that, okay, and he can just do it here. I notice when I do that, I automatically kick into that back hand, okay? Reaching up and still keeping that shoulder flexibility. He'll learn to balance once he can do that upside down. Now, orientation is weird and a little bit of fear and anxiety being upside down. Okay? So stay practice. Okay. That's right. Why not? Okay. Okay, 2 rules. No panic, and do not bend your elbows for anything. Okay? If you need to come down, you just lower the leg down. Okay? Yeah, you don't need to go to the wall. I can get it. Okay? Alright. Alright, so push up into a proper down dog. Lift your butt as high as it goes and push your chest back to your thighs. Now walk the feet forward. Yep, lift your left leg. Good. Squeeze this leg really strong. Straight and strong. Good. Push down into me and lift the other leg as high as it goes. Yep, keep going with that leg. Good. Breathing. Start to take this leg up as well. Nice. Breathe. When you need to, your right leg will slowly come down. No elbows bending. No elbows bending.
That's
Okay. Alright, so what do you guys see?
couldn't get that left leg moving.
It's hard. Okay? It's not an easy pose, but I don't make this out to be some crazy advanced pose like many yoga teachers might. It's an advanced pose in terms of learning to balance and getting the awareness of balancing, but it's just this upside down. It's nothing that crazy technical about it. Okay? Alright. So let's take your hands a little bit wider. Okay. That's good. Okay, so bend your knees just a little bit and push back, just so we can work that same thing that I had Jordan do. So do that little tilt that we were practicing before. Right, 1 and then you were doing it before. The girls have always tilt back.
Arch to the back.
Yes, exactly. So you want to get a curve to your lower back. We'll look at that in a minute. Right? So to walk the feet forward. Lift one leg. Good. Squeeze it straight. Okay. Squeeze that quad strong. Okay. Push down into me. And lift the other leg straight. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up, and straight. Straight, straight leg. All the way up. Reach up. Good. All right. Good. A little bit of a thrill, right? Again, like any of these poses, you put the time in, you can practice it. If you want to learn to balance the handstand, you will. Okay, take some time. Alright, so let's just look at the spine. Maybe you can tell us something about the spine. Tell us about the curvature of the spine.
Right, there's a natural S.
Okay.
S.
Okay, so maybe point out where the curves are on these over here.
So, as you're going to start, there's a little bit of what's called a lordosis, or a curve in towards the front of your throat. And you're going to come back to the thoracic spine, where your shoulder blades are, and it's going to bow backwards. And then you come down to the lumbar spine, and it's going to take that sort of belly forward, that arch, which is called lordosis again. And then it'll come to the sacrum, which is sort of pitched and tilted forward.
So we've got this S curve going on throughout the spine. The idea is to maintain that curve in all poses. So how the heck do you maintain an S curve in a forward bend? Okay? You keep a little bit of back bending action. Okay? Remember, the action of the pose is opposite from the pose. How do I keep an S curve in a back bending posture? I push my pelvis forward and lift my throat. Okay? It's never going to be perfect, especially as you do more advanced poses. Your spine is going to be put into positions. It's like, holy shit, what am I doing? Like the handstand. It's like I'm upside down and I'm trying to, manipulate the positioning of my spine. Yes. Okay. So I like for all my students to have that visualization. It's like, okay, I don't know if I can do this pose fully, but I can at least maintain the curvature of my spine, especially the lumbar. Because again, this is where all the injuries happen, but it's also where all of the possibility for growth happens. If this gets strong and flexible, there's no limit to the poses and the movements that you can start to do. When this gets weak, tight, injured, out of alignment, there's no pose that you can do. And that includes trying to put your shoes on in the morning. Okay? That's just a forward bend with the knee up, Okay, all right, awesome. Let's get you guys down on your backs. Alright, knees bent, feet on the floor. And lift the hips up into the air. Good. Take your hands underneath your back and interlace your fingers. Best you can, try to straighten your elbows, and then wiggle your shoulders underneath you so that you can really lift your chest up. Right. So this is a back bending pose. Right. I'm going to get those hips up higher. Chris? That's it. And best you can, try to walk your arms straight down to your feet. That's it. Okay. So back bending pose, pretty simple back bend. Okay. Use your mind's eye to assess the curve of your spine. Right? Yes, there is a big lordotic curve right now to your spine. Yet you can maintain the actions which will keep that nice, strong, stable S curve to the back. Evolution created that for us so that we could walk upright, or we started walking upright and the spine started saying, oh shit, chicken and egg. It's fascinating, really, because we can absorb a ton of pressure for an animal that weighs somewhere between 100 and 300 pounds. We can take a lot. We're pretty resilient. What I've been talking about recently in classes is the idea that humans can run, jump, swim, climb. We can't fly without a machine, but we're working on it. I don't know very many other animals that can swim and climb. I don't know, maybe you can think of one. Go ahead and lower the hips, release the hands. Let's take the right ankle on top of the left knee. figure 4 with the legs. Right? Keep that right foot active so that you protect your knee. And then go ahead and draw your legs up towards your chest and wrap your fingers around your left thigh. That's it. So you got a lot going on here. Okay. Make both feet active. Push your left thigh into your hands. Push your right knee open. And then with the strength of your arms and shoulders, pull your left knee in. Okay? So you've got what we call a banda or a lock happening. Two opposite actions that are not allowing for movement. Your left leg is pushing, your hands are pulling, and they're not moving in either direction. But you've got muscular energy working. Keep the legs as they are. Release the hands and reach them straight out towards the sides. Palms facing down. Press your palms down into the floor. And we're going to slowly drop the legs over towards the left so that your right foot will come to the floor. Onto the outer edge of your left hip. And really reach through that right arm and chest over to the right. So you're getting a little stretch of your oblique, of your quadratus, in your lower back, maybe in your right hip, your left groin. It's a pretty effective pose for one that's relatively simple. Go ahead and press your hands down and use the strength of your core to bring your legs back up. And then release the legs and switch. So you'll take the left ankle across the right knee, figure 4. Make both feet active as you draw the legs up towards your chest. Wrap your fingers around your right thigh. Good. And just take the first moment here to just notice the difference in the two sides. Oftentimes, especially in athletic men, we're going to have our dominant hip much tighter. What do you think?
Must be a lefty then.
And hey, it's not that wrong. I mean, I think that my left leg is shorter than my right slightly. So a few years back, I ran a half marathon, and my left hip got so inflamed it was numb for like 3 weeks. My feet too. I was obviously not prepared. But anyway, just have to work on that to roll it out, massage, yoga, etc. Pretty about these days. Let's release the hands out to the sides. Slowly drop the legs over towards the right. Left foot come towards the floor. Full breathing. Decide, take your time, whenever you're ready, lay your legs straight out ahead of you, arms down by your sides, and close your eyes, and just take a few moments to allow your practice to settle and digest. The equivalent of sitting at the dinner table after you've done eating and just